He just says it, but I saw it as a kind of flash, a vision in my head that was similar to Galadriel's vision of Celebrimbor at the start of Season 2. There could also be an idea of enslavement with the rings. Now that he's progressed far enough in the process, he understands that Sauron will need control to make these rings work. Maybe he's pieced that together as well. Hi guys, welcome back. Spoiler alert, in the second season finale of The Lord of the Rings of Power, Charles Edwards, a well-known actor, has deconstructed the prophecy his character makes regarding Sauron's One Ring. Even after triumphantly escaping Sauron's enchantment and sending Galadriel and the 9 Rings of Men away, Celebrimbor discovers that he is being cruelly tortured in order to learn their whereabouts. The Elven Smith, played by Edwards, teases his captor in his last moments, telling him that Sauron's downfall is ultimately due to the Rings of Power. Celebrimbor is killed by the aspirant Dark Lord with a fatal arrow through the heart as a result of these terrible remarks. After the most recent Rings of Power Season 2 finale, Edwards was questioned by Vulture on the veracity of his prophecies. Comparing his character's vision to Galadriel's at the start of Season 2, Edwards also implies that Celebrimbor's involvement in the ring-making process may have contributed to his understanding of Sauron's requirement to create a master ring, what the prophecy of Celebrimbor means for the One Ring of Sauron. Will his remarks impact Sauron's schemes? The events of Season 2 swiftly made up for lost time, showing the making of both the 9 Rings of Men and the 7 Dwarven Rings. The first season of the Rings of Power only featured the crafting of the first 3 Elven Rings in Eregion. It appears that Amazon's show is swiftly approaching the catastrophic events that lead to Sauron's initial defeat and the end of the Second Age of Middle-earth, with just Sauron's One Ring left to be constructed. Nonetheless, Celebrimbor's last prophecy and the peculiar emotional impact they had on Charlie Vickers' Sauron would suggest that Morgoth's erstwhile valet might start to doubt his intentions. Celebrimbor's comments appeared to shock Sauron to the point of giving way to his own emotions and even reduced Tolkien's ultimate evil to tears. Sauron seemed fascinated by the need for order and control. As a result, Sauron might be traveling with the 9 rings he has recaptured, albeit with some reluctance and caution. It's also possible that his decision to eventually build the One Ring is not the perfectly planned conclusion that most viewers have already imagined it to be, but rather a last-ditch effort to recover control over the other rings. Our take on Sauron's relationship with the rings. Perhaps Sauron will start to fear his own creations. Those who are already familiar with Tolkien's original tales will recognize Celebrimbor's final hint, that the Rings of Power have a fate radically different from that envisioned by their master. But it's still unclear if Sauron will be affected in any way by the elf's prophecies, or how he manages the 9 rings as he tries to distribute them among the kings of men, possibly while fans already know that Sauron's confidence in his creations would ultimately result in his demise. Season 3 of The Lord of the Rings of Power, might possibly depict Sauron starting to feel afraid of what he has already accomplished. Thanks for watching, guys.